Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for June 2021. Thank you for being here. I work with astrology, with Western astrology and tarot cards and occasional oracle cards. And in the beginning of the reading, I will go through general energies. Second part of the reading, I will do a little love reading for you and the other person. So I did this in German earlier. Check out my German channel. You find all the information in the description box below, and that's why the cards are already out. Let's get started. Okay, Sagittarius, you're moving into this Mercury retrograde with your solar eclipse that just happened end of May into this month. So for you, I think it's a big shift when it comes to how things feel, and there might be, on one hand, I think some lightness coming in for you, where it's like, oh, now I understand, things have come to surface, I understand things better. At the same time, with the Mercury retrograde, there is still a topic where it's asked of you that you kind of look inwards to integrate, to mentally integrate also, I think, what the eclipse has brought up. And with this new moon in Gemini, in your opposite sign, I think the learning will really start a new cycle. And the new cycle is going to be started also with the knowledge from the past. So there's a lot of past life, past moment energy here with the Six of Cups in reverse. I think that you come into this month with the realization that maybe there's something from your childhood that needs to be healed still, when it comes to trusting, when it comes to feeling safe, when it comes to feeling nurtured and secure, and when it comes to really feeling protected also in a way. And maybe you're in an environment right now where, like, well, I really don't want to put any more work into this, or it's really hard to focus on this with that knowledge that I cannot really feel safe and secure in this environment. So maybe you have a hard time therefore concentrating and focusing on the work you have to do, either if it's a relationship or it is a working environment. You know, you can also feel unsafe in a working environment, and therefore it's really hard to focus and maybe to invest more, and also invest more in yourself, because I feel like there is this lack of security in a way that you're feeling, and you're understanding that you want to go a new emotional way, or at least that you want to step up the game when it comes to your emotional fulfillment. End of the month, I think this is really going to be very clear to you. And again, I think this has a lot to do with the eclipses here. We have this moon, full moon and new moon here for you. And often, I mean, the Eight of Cups is really a card of moving on to higher planes, to higher levels, especially emotionally speaking, even though you know you've invested a lot emotionally in a situation, but you still are going to walk away from it. If this is a job, if this is a passion, if this is a hobby, if this is a person, if this is an environment, you know, that you were attached to emotionally in a way, you understand that there is bigger, better, more fulfilling. Not better in a way like I'm better than a person, but this can also be within a relationship, you know, where you're like, we reached a level where there is kind of like we're stuck in this, and we need to move forward to something that feels less stuck. It really does feel less stuck. So when it comes to a relationship here, with the Ace of Cups on your side, King of Swords on the other side. And when I see the King of Swords in reverse, I'm like, this is a huge attention card for me, because the King of Swords in reverse is really a very uncomfortable fella. He's just either very hurtful with his words, he uses his words to intentionally hurt you, or he is just like super cold, detached, or he is just absolutely unable to communicate clearly. It's really hard to and this might have to do with the Mercury retrograde, but still, you know, it's kind of when a King of Swords is in reverse, for me, it's really somebody who has no good intentions with his words and who uses the words to get to you, to really even maybe manipulate you, have a strategy to control you. Every king in reverse for me has a control issue. So there is something where they cannot surrender to a situation, where they have to be in control, where they have to try to manipulate a situation or a person in a way that they can have the illusion of being in control, maybe even intimidation, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's really an uncomfortable card, and every king in reverse is uncomfortable, but this one in particular, because it can be really, really hurtful and dangerous when it comes to having a psychological impact. You know, he can really psychologically get to you and hurt you, and you should be very careful about that, honestly. With the Ace of Cups, for some reason you're like, well, but I still have love for this person. Yes, okay, because often these people are, I mean, this is now a character description, not so much how this other side is acting. I mean, I did tell you how they're acting. It doesn't mean they have to be that kind of person all the time, but this character trait comes out right now during the Mercury retrograde, and that's not something you should have a lot of compassion and understanding for, especially when they treat you like that. You can have compassion and understanding for the reason and the trauma that maybe created that kind of personality trait within them, and that's very noble of you, you know, and it's an empath is often drawn to that, and they're like, but I understand the whole pain and the whole trauma. But be careful. Did you see that R. Kelly documentary? I'm thinking about that because I just recently watched that, so this just comes to my mind. Yes, maybe there was abuse in their childhood, maybe they were treated really badly, but you know, that doesn't give them the permission to do the same thing to other people. And just because you have compassion for that, you know, broken child or whatever, it doesn't mean that you have to shower them with love when they're treating you bad, because that just means you're kind of rewarding them for the way they're acting. And I don't know, I just see that it might be a situation where you're just like, well, either way, there's love for you, I have it here. Maybe you're not necessarily offering it to them, but you're letting them know. And maybe that's the problem, you know, but there is just that seems like a very unbalanced situation here. I think it has to do with your childhood as well, and you might now start realizing, this is an interesting pattern, or with this full moon in Sagittarius, maybe you started understanding more and more, well, maybe I don't want to invest into that situation, maybe I don't want to work on that with that person. Interestingly enough, we have a Queen of Wands here that is kind of connecting you. I mean, this could be a friend, really, just a friend that is connecting you, another person. But I see that this is maybe a character trait that you both have within you, that you're both very much in this connection, mirroring your creative feminine side. So this person may be inspired on a more creative level by you, and you're inspired on a creative level by them. Maybe there is a big sexual energy going on. There might be a lot of attraction in a sense that you really think the other person is very beautiful and hot, and they think the same way about you. They still see you as a strong go-getter type of person. I think for you, maybe it's a little bit of a problem that they are not enough in their male energy, that they are not coming towards you enough. It doesn't matter if it's female or male, you know, it seems like there's just holding back. Also with the King of Swords, it could really be a holding back kind of situation, that you have the feeling you always have to do the work, and they really kind of are in the same energy. They're letting things come towards their way. So this is, you know, this is difficult because there is there's a lot of reacting from both sides, but not so much initiating, I would say. And that's kind of like a difficult situation. And it seems like everybody's waiting for the right moment to do something. I don't see it's bad because the Queen of Wands is upright here. So I think you can get a lot of inspiration for what you want to do right now. Maybe this really inspires you on a creative level. I don't know, write a song or something. It could really be that. But there is you know, with this King of Swords in reverse, it's just really uncomfortable. I don't like to see him. That's kind of like a red flag for me in the readings. And what also came out here is revenge and defense. Very interesting. So maybe you could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Taurus is here, Scorpio is here. Scorpio could be very, could be like that a little bit with the King of Swords in reverse. Resonates with me right now. So we do have these two energies here that also came out, revenge and defense. So maybe there is something, and I think the revenge is more on your side. Maybe you're trying to get to the person and they're defending themselves. Or there is maybe some subconscious moment of revenge for you. Maybe they did something to you and you're communicating that, but in a way they really don't know how to react to it. So they react to it in a very defensive, mean kind of way. Ah, this King of Swords in reverse, I tell you. It's just not comfortable. Okay, as an advice, which is very interesting, and I feel like I want to just draw one more for you because English reading, and also this is, yeah, it's just an interesting card that is coming out here as an advice. Vulnerability. I allow myself to talk about my feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, a couple of funny things happen. I feel like a kindergartner. Number one, I feel like a kindergartner. Number two, everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with the comforting glow of honesty. Hey, no wonder kindergartners seem so fun and stress-free. So yeah, I want to draw one more. So yeah, don't hold back your feelings, express, don't be afraid of judgment from this other person. And it seems like you can really express, because also it comes from your side here. So what else? Integrity, love it. It's my favorite card. Integrity. I'm just always thinking about South Park when I hear that word. I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from this core is the knowledge that I never have to compromise who I am or what I want for anybody. I can live a life that doesn't include settling, unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. Oh, paradoxes hurt. So that's that card. Yeah, Taurus is coming through strong here with this bull. Okie dokie, dear Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful to you. Please subscribe, like, comment if you haven't yet. Thank you for being here, and tell your friends that I'm here. Tell your tarot community friends that you enjoy these readings if you do, and please leave a comment and help me spread those videos. It really means a lot to have you like and subscribe to this channel and comment. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.